The dogs, you'll see them go around looking up. And if they do that in the wilderness, unless there's somebody hung themselves up there, you can usually find them pretty fast when you're looking up at that point. You know that the scent is in the foliage. Just let the dog work, and the dog will start to go all around, and then they'll keep coming back to a specific area. And once they do their final full alert, dig down, and you're pretty much going to find a body right there. Found parts of him all over the place because of predation. You know, animals will spread the bones. Found his head inside of an anthill. But what I was able to find with my dog and working on the site and with a stick moving foliage around was a lot more of him in a different area. And that's where I found his cell phone. Do every 2 years. And it would be the concealed, it would be buried, it would be out in the open, it would be elevated, and then you'd have blank areas where you'd have to come back and say, nothing there. And that is equally as important, because if you are, say, looking for a body in 500 or 600 acres of wilderness, the more you can start to eliminate areas and focus on other areas, the faster you're going to have success on the search. Human scent, though, is a little different, and it's very unique when human remains start to decompose. So the only way you can train a cadaver dog is with human scent. Nicholas, or Nick Chalet, I interviewed him. He's at Joliet Prison in Illinois. And he is what's known as a spree killer or a rampage killer, but more likely a spree killer, because he killed, I think it was 10 people, beat them all to death with a hammer, including a 2-year-old boy. Nico Jenkins, he's a rampage killer. He's sentenced to death. He's on death row in Nebraska.
Is he the guy with all the tattoos on his face and
that's Nico.
and all the scars and stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a lot of scars. He's got a huge one on his face. He also mutilated himself. He somehow, no one knows how, but he gets razor blades into his prison cell. Well, I mentioned Keith Hunter Jesperson. He's the happy face killer. Todd Colehep. He's incarcerated for life in South Carolina. I talk with him a lot, sometimes daily, because he wants to talk with me about possibly doing a book about his first murder. And I'm considering it because 2 people went to prison for 9 years for a murder he committed. Also, Christine Falling, she's here in Florida, and we have talked. Christine is if you know, a lot of these serial killers and even rampage killers have nicknames that the press give to them. And hers was the babysitter killer. She suffocated, I think it was 5 babies that she was babysitting. And 1 older man. I don't know, she just looked at him and covered up his mouth and nose and suffocated him, sitting right there in his wheelchair.